Rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear viewers, today I'm going to teach you the fourth part of the cost accounting, which is sorting or ledger accounts. Before going through the ledger accounts, I would like to give a slight information what is ledger account and how do we prepare these ledger accounts when we enter all the business transactions during a month in the journal entries. The next step is to prepare the monthly financial report for the upper management, that they understand their business status or their NGOs or government agencies, their financial status, what is going on in this organization or in this office or in this business, in this firm, in this organization, in this authority, any name that you want to give, any authority which is going to have the report to be prepared for them. We sort all the accounts which occurred during a month in the shape of journal entries. We separate them and then make total of each account. This separation of account is called ledger account, and the shape of ledger account, let's consider these are two. This is left side, debit side of the ledger account. This is the credit side of account, same like this. Here, let's consider we have cash account about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 100, 200, 1,000, any. We write the debited amount on the left side of the ledger account, and any of the credit amount, maybe 10, 5, 3, 7, 8,000, 10,000, 1,000, 200, 100, any amount, we write it on the credit side. The credited amount on credit side, the debited amount on the debit side. So this is one of the best example for you to consider. Keep your hand like this. This side is debit, this side is credit. We enter all the debited amount on the left side. We enter all the credit amount on the credit side. If you don't understand, then God may help you. This is one of the easiest and the simplest way I told you. So let's start. What is ledger account? Number 4, sorting or ledger account. Sorting and accounting refers to the classification of transactions. What does it mean? To divide the transactions into separate accounts, into different types of ledger accounts. These ledger accounts help organization financial data and may include cash ledger account, capital ledger account, groceries ledger account, gross sales ledger account, rental expenses ledger account, utility bills ledger account, and salaries ledger account. This one. In this shape, I prepared them for you, but this is not the it is not necessary to you write this down, right, in according to the journal entries which you have. I have prepared this on the basis of this this journal entries for you guys to understand it better. How did we receive the cash debited amount and the cash credited amount? How do we write the cash credited amount and cash debited amount? That's why I prepare this. So each transaction is sorted into appropriate accounts, so financial report becomes clear and more accurate. It's part a practical illustration, or in the next slides. Let's see. Here is a date under my this picture. The reason why did I keep it? If I keep it here, you cannot see this credit amount, or you cannot see this amount. That's why I keep it here in the middle. So I have separated both sides of the ledger account, the debit side and the credit side. I gave them two different colors for distinguishing each side from the other side. The debit side is being colored by turquoise color, and the credit side is being colored by orange color. Here, on the 1st of January 2025, the JB brothers received 10,000 cash from where? From the capital account. Remember here, a question arises: why did you not write the cash account? Although all these entries are related to the cash ledger account, but why you did not write it in here capital? The reason is they have prepared a principle for this to write the source by which this comes to you. These 10,000 come to us from the capital account. Capital account is the source of receiving this cash account. That's why we write it down in here by capital. And on the 27th of January, the JB brothers calculated their monthly sales. How much sales do we have? And that was 12,000. And here again, we do not write cash. The source by which? By cash sales. They made a sales of 12,000 groceries, and this $12,000 came to them by the sales of groceries. So here we have no further debited amount in this journal entries, just only those two which we have entered. Now let's come to the credit side. In credit side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 transactions of the credit cash amount. On January 2nd, 2025, the JB brothers who went to the wholesale market and purchased $7,500 groceries out of $10,000 cash. Here remains out of 10,000, 2,500. They purchased how much? 7,500. Why we recorded this on the credit side? The reason is that cash was decreased, and decrease in assets is recorded as credit. And the same way, the rental expenses, the utility bill expenses, the salaries, they are also credited. They are, and according to the rule, two accounts: one, assets, even current or non-current, and the second, expenses. Increases recorded debit, decreases recorded credit. So here we paid cash and the rental expenses finished, decrease. That's why we wrote it in here. We paid utility bills and finished. We wrote in here credit. We paid cash. Our cash was credit $300. By salaries, we paid to the employees $9,000 cash, and the salaries were finished. That's why we wrote an exchange of all these by by purchase of groceries, paying rental expenses, paying utility bills, paying salaries. We paid $9,000 for salaries. Utilities $300 cash, for the rental expenses the $800 cash, and for the groceries $7,500 cash. That's why cash decreased, and we wrote it in here on the debit column. Here again, we do not write the cash. The source by which source? Groceries account. Which source? Rental expenses. Which source? Utilities expenses. Which source? Salaries expenses. Here there was and in here, remember, to this row of the total, these two total sides should be equal to each other. The reason, this is a principle we have made. If we calculate this, its total comes $17,600, which is less than $22,000. but this is 10,000 plus 12,000 is equal to $22,000. Why we wrote it in here? To make it same or equal to this, here we write balance amount. How much? Deduct 17,600 from 22,000. It is 4,400. But remember, as the credit column, we do not write this amount. We do not write this amount too. We write this plus this plus this plus this is equal to 17,600. And in the debit column, this plus this is equal to 22,000. Let's show you practical. Here, cash account, as I told you, a total of 4 accounts is 17,600 and total of 2 accounts is in debit is 22,000. We wrote it in here. Remember this one, to write the total of the debited amount in debit column and the total of credit amount in the credit column for any account, for anyone like this capital, groceries, gross sales, rental expenses, utility bill sales. The same way, write the debit in debit column and write the credit in credit column. Okay, the second one is capital account. As on the 1st of January 2025, the JB brothers withdraw from the bank or account 10,000 cash, and their capital in the bank was 50,000, and out of 50,000 they withdraw 10,000, which the capital decrease. Capital is also as an asset, and decrease in asset is recorded as credit. That's why we put that in the credit amount. But here we again do not write the capital. We write the source by which it was decreased. It was decreased by receiving cash account. That's why we wrote it in here by cash account. And the total is 10,000. As we have no transaction at the debit side, according to the rule, this side should be equal to this side. For this purpose, we write in here balance 10,000. So when we deduct this 10,000 from this 10,000, it becomes 0. So it means we do not have any amount in the debit column, but just we have 10,000 in capital account, 10,000 at credit column, as we have entered in here. Remember, this is very, very, very important. Here, see, 10,000. What is capital account? Which is an asset decrease, and we record the total of the cash account of the ledger account. Total of the ledger account, 10,000 in here. Number 3, groceries inventory account. On the 2nd of January, JB Brothers went to the market and purchased groceries valued $7,500, which means out of 10,000, the purchase made for the groceries 7,500, and groceries are also a type of assets. It could be current asset also, and non-current asset also. In this groceries, some of the items or such items which life is more than 1 year, those are called fixed asset, and which are less than 1 year, they're called current assets. So this groceries account consists of the both current asset and non-current assets. So our groceries amount is debited 7,500 by what? By the source of cash. We purchase, this come to our side, came to us, plus to us, due to cash. How much? $7,500 value or price, total price. So in here we do not have any other. We write in here total $7,500. And here, as I told you, if we don't have any amount, according to the rule, this should be equal to this. For this purpose, we write in here 7,500. When we are going to to transfer these entries to the debit column and to the credit column of the trial balance, we deduct this amount from this. How much? 7,500 minus 7,500 is equal to 0. So we have no amount in here. We do not enter any at the credit column of the trial balance. Let's show you practical. Here, see, groceries account as that debited 7,500. We wrote in here 7,500, but we in credit we deducted 17,500 from the 7,500 balance. That's why here is 0. We have no amount in the credit column of the groceries ledger account. Number 4, gross sales of groceries ledger account. During the 1 month or 25 days from 2 up to 27 of 2025, the JB brothers sold the groceries items with the value of $12,000. That's why we write it in here. The reason why we did write it in here, the groceries were less. They gone. This is the left side, the credit side. They gone, they minus, and that's why we write the groceries account 12,000 credited. By what? By cash. When we sold them and as exchange we receive cash from the customers. That's why we write in here by cash account. Remember, according to the rule, we cannot write grocery sales in here. We have to write the source. Again in here, the amount in here is 12,000. We write it 12,000. But in here, as we have no amount, we should write the amount balance. Again, opposite of that one here. We deduct 12,000 from this 12,000. As a result, here is 0. While recording the debit account and the credit account, this should be 0 in the trial balance, and this should be 12,000. I'm going to show you. See, here, gross sales account or gross sales of salaries account, both are same. That's 12,000. We deducted in the debit column 12 minus 12,000 from 12,000. The result was 0. That's why we did not write in here. But there was for 12,000. That's why we wrote it in here, 12,000 at the credit column. Okay, now here we have expenses. These all are expenses account. As you know, rental, paying rent is inexpensive, and at the end of each month or at the start of each month, we pay the rental expenses to the leasing office for the lease of the store or of the lease of space where we sell our groceries. So we paid $800 cash, and here we do not write expenses. The source by which we paid for these expenses, that's cash. So here it is 800, and in here again, to make this equal to this one, we write in here balance. While recording it in the trial balance, we write on the debit side 800, and on the credit side 800. 800 minus this 800 is equal to 0. And here at the trial balance column, we instead of 800 we write 0, and here we write 800. This is practical work. Here see the rental expenses, JB Brothers paid 800, but here in credit 0. The next one is utility bills, which will consist of the electricity bill, gas bill, HOV bill, water bill, the parking, and so on. It comes a lot of things that we can say in here. Sorry, I have a backache problem. That's why I'm shaking like this. My back, there was a big pain in my back, and on January 7, 2027, I have to operate my back. So pray for me to make my operation successful. So don't mind it while I'm doing like this, like this. There is pain in my back, and believe me, I'm preparing these notes for you while I have backache. This is my 5th video which I am preparing for this. The reason why I did a slight mistake, only in my words I made a mistake in here. Instead of 800, I said 8,000. I delete the complete video, that somebody do not object on me. Okay. Utilities. In utilities, the JB brothers, we paid $300. That's the same way. Here we write balance to make this, to balance to this one equal to this one. So we deduct this. This is 0, while entering the or transferring the debit column and credit column. In debit column we write 300, and in credit column 300 minus 300 is equal to 0. There we have no entry. I will show you practical. See in here we have 0 in credit, but in here we have to write 300. And in the same way, salaries account, let me explain it there. Salaries at the end of each month, JB Brothers has to pay $9,000 to their workers or to their employees. How much? 9,000. By what? Which source? By cash. He is paying cash. That's why this is debated. Increase in expenses is recorded as debit account, and decrease is recorded as credit account. So we deduct this from this one. It's comes 0, and this one is 9,000. For this purpose, we transfer 9,000, and here we do not transfer anything. We keep that empty or 0. Here it is 9,000 at the debit. These are expenses. This expenses, this expenses, this expenses. This is gross sales. This is deduction in the asset. This is assets come to us. This is cash deducted from capital. This is cash come to us. This is the deduction of the different types of this sales. So remember, this amount should be equal to this amount, even in there is a difference of 1 cent. It means 0.01. Then it means we have made a mistake in somewhere. We have to recheck the whole process of transaction, journal entries, and ledger entries, and find out our mistake. This mistake finding is called reamendment. So that was today's video. It was a very long video, about 23 minutes, but the reason was to open your mind how to do the entries, explain each part of it to you for your better understanding, and I hope you may got information. In case if you did not understand, send me an email by my email address jalaluddin13@gmail.com, or write down in the comment. Writing in the comment is better because everyone can see your question. What did you ask and how did I answer you? That will be better for all of you. And for the to be honest, for the emails, I don't have so much time to check everyone's email. That will be better to ask the questions in comment. So this was today's teaching, and I wish you view, like, and share my videos with your colleagues, your friends, your relatives, your class fellows on different websites like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so on. Please share my videos and increase number of my subscribers. If I need 4,000 subscribers for the success of my channel and 1 million viewers for for the success of my channel. When my channel is succeeded, I will prepare online classes for you, and there I can give you 2 hours, 3 hours, and I can understand you better how to understand each part of the accounting. So the next teaching part is I'm going to teach you the trial balance. How can we make the trial balance? So this is my next video for you. And after that, the upcoming video will be for the profit and loss sheet. What is profit and loss? And then the third one will be for the how to prepare a balance sheet. I have explained each part of it. Thank you very much for watching my video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my channel, that I will be able to provide you more videos. Bye bye.